Good evening, cats and kittens. Marlboro Man from Wham Radio and new MTV, because we have a mutiny, people, coming right at you from beautiful downtown Chicago, Illinois. Tonight's episode of Marlboro Man's Minutes to Midnight. We will get right to the topic tonight, this evening, of resources. Well, the kind of resources we're talking about are things that we need to sustain ourselves, like wheat and rice and grain and cows and pigs and things like that, farm stuff, food, shelter, drugs and alcohol, what else? The basics, okay? That's what we're talking. Oh, oil, of course. Oil, gotta have oil and oro. That's gold. Oh, and silver, gotta have silver too. So, basically, what has happened is you will notice these coming year or so, prices are going to they're trying to make prices go up like crazy, because they're trying to tell us that we are low on resources, basically because of all the health issues, and not to mention a variety of other issues. We already know that it's not in our best interest anyway to import goods, importing them from anywhere, especially importing them from China or Russia or some other place that hates us. And why, honestly, would anybody buy something from someone who is your enemy? Makes absolutely no sense, of course. The dollar used to be the reserve currency for oil, and it no longer is. So that is another reason we are experiencing such problems. You'll notice, too, the whole recent thing with the hacking and the gas line, the pipeline, that made people, gave them an excuse to say that we are running out of gasoline, that we might not have it, blah, blah. Well, news for that, folks, is that they did that on purpose themselves anyway. What you call a false flag attack. It wasn't even a hack. They just shut the thing down and blamed it on Russian hackers, because quite frankly, it's not like, they're running the oil pipeline with freaking Windows 95 or something like that. No, no, of course not. Oh, they upgraded to Windows 97 years ago, right? It's safe now. But the bottom line is, that was just a big con job to make us think that we are running out of supplies, that we're not going to be able to get resources, make us panic, make prices go up, all that bullshit. They're just manipulating to squeeze the last bit out of everybody that they can get. Now, what that brings us to, though, is the fact that we have plenty. We have enough. We are an energy self-reliant nation. We have plenty of oil, electricity, power, food. We have plenty of food and all this other stuff. We don't need to be importing things. Matter of fact, the fact that we are importing things is what's screwing everything up, because the government of California is even restricted its farmers, not allowing them to grow as much food as they should be able to, or normally would be able to. The reason they're giving them is the drought, of course, but either way, doesn't matter. If they're able to make the food, we should allow them to make it and sell it. And what it boils down to in this country is a whole big logistics problem, because it's so much cheaper for products and merchandise just to go to the dock in China and go driven off on a boat and arrive at a dock here, rather than having to go from state to state and all this stuff, and something here, something there. You gotta, that's called logistics. And for some weird reason, this country is horrible at logistics, because we have all the things we need right here in this country, but for some odd, strange reason, it's not getting to the people that need it. So that's really the issue. The issue is that we have plenty to go around. We're just not getting our resources and products and services to the actual people who need it. So that's the issue. And then, of course, they're going to make it look like, we import most of everything. I mean, people, you don't realize, really don't, how much we do import. So, naturally, when they cut that down, you're definitely going to notice it, and it will skyrocket prices. And then you got this Bill Gates guy trying to outlaw cows and make people eat bugs, for Christ's sake. Oh, he doesn't want to outlaw them, I'm sorry. He just wants to make the price of beef so expensive no one in their right mind would actually buy it or eat it. Bugs are better, right? Come on, this is really ridiculous. And that guy's even trying to block out the sun, for Christ's sake. Matter of fact, I saw a wanted poster for him today. I believe it was wanted, dead or alive, for crimes against humanity and violations of the Nuremberg Treaty. So that Kill Gates guy, Dr. Kill Gates, is, he's trying to genocide people, and they're on to him. So same thing with that Fauci character. He got caught the other day with his email bullshit. So you see, folks, we already knew these people were trying to kill us, and here they got caught trying to kill us. Now they're going to weasel out of it with all the money they made scamming us and trying to kill us. But, c'est la vie, right, folks? C'est la vie. Well, at any rate, that's just a basic rundown of what's going on. So, like I said, you can expect, a resource shortage. What we really need to do, and what everybody knows we need to do, is to make those resources ourselves. We should be the ones, we're responsible for getting in charge of and handling and rationing and distributing, not rationing, distributing those goods and services. That is our job as the American people, to put together the goods and services off what resources we have here inside the country itself, and then logistically spread it out all over to who needs it. And again, like I said, merely a matter of solving logistic problems and making sure that people are taken care of decently, because of course laborers and unions and all that stuff, that is important for several reasons. So again, folks, just a heads up tonight, and remember, the best thing you can do for yourself is to try to get yourself in charge of any kind of resource, because that's going to be what your currency is anyway. So you're going to want to be in charge of some kind of resource, especially if there's not going to be any currency going around. So whatever has to do with that, you're definitely going to need something physical that you can that's renewable, like corn or carrots or drugs or alcohol, or whatever. Tobacco is good. I hear prostitution is good this time of year as well. So things like that. But anyway, folks, just an idea. Of course, there's plenty of other things too, like apples and oranges, and carrots and broccoli and pancakes. Pancake breakfast. People love pancake breakfasts, and folks, if you put on a pancake breakfast in your neighborhood for every Sunday once a week, guess what? That would actually solve a huge part of this dilemma, because it will prove to the enemy that we Americans will never, ever run out of pancakes. Take that, Mrs. Butterworth and Aunt Jemima. Come along, gear up your syrup, and let's hit the front lines. Oh, and don't forget to bring the butter. Butter, 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 everything is better with butter. All right, folks, well, I better skedaddle. This has been another fine episode of Marlboro Man's Minute to Midnight. Hopefully you found yourself enlightened this evening and learned a little bit something about the resources and the fact that, yes, we have to get in charge. We're responsible. Without you doing anything, nothing will get done, trust me, and you will have nothing. No one will. And all these big chain stores, all those big stores and companies, guess what? They're going to close. They're going to abandon you and close, and you won't get supplies there either. So unless you have a local mom and pop shop that's doing stuff like that, you need more of those, trust me, because those are the only guys that are going to be around when the going gets tough. The big guys will leave and cash out, trust me, and they're going to excuse themselves. But, well, we had a bunch of teenagers and some kids working for us and families, so we didn't want to put them to it. Oh, yeah, so it's more important just to, make sure they're out of the job so they become a part of the problem too, right? Yeah. Well, these people make no sense. Okay, folks, again, this has been another episode of Marlboro's Minutes to Midnight. Thank you so much, and Marlboro Man signing out, folks. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.